Hi, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are doing the ultimate guide to the Bratz aesthetic. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I really like to deep dive into different aesthetics and trends. And today, if you're a Bratz girly, this is the video for you. Let me quickly run you through my overall outfit. You're gonna love it. It's very on theme. Got these cute little clips in that I'll probably end up taking out because they're kind of uneven, aren't they? My little Bratz inspired makeup with a little bit of lip gloss because that's on theme. Hoop earrings, and then my Bratz top. Very obsessed. Thank you so much, Serena, for letting me borrow it. Isn't this everything? I haven't filmed down here in so long because I don't know why. I was like really paranoid about the lighting, but I also hate filming in my room because it's kind of ugly. So this will have to do. So I'm going to give you a little backstory on the Bratz dolls. They were actually created in 2001 and they're well known for their almond eye shapes, pouty glossy lips, and their like fun fresh outfits. As you may or may not know, there's 4 original Bratz dolls and we're going to go through each Bratz doll now and kind of their overall style and aesthetic. 4 original Bratz dolls were Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha and Jade, and we're going to unpack each of their looks and their aesthetics in a second. Bratz dolls also had so many spin-offs as well. Bratz Kids, Bratz TV show, and even Bratz video games. I literally had a dream the other night that I got a Bratz video game and I was like really excited about it. Something that really stood out to me when I was doing my research was they had a Bratz Design Academy. The Bratz Academy was aired on Nickelodeon as a reality TV show in 2008 in October, and they got a bunch of young girls from 9 to 14 and they would have a little competition to see who could create the best clothing line for the Bratz dolls, which I thought was just really cool. Like, I would have loved to try that as a young kid. I would have been designing the coolest little outfits for them. Here's a little example of the Bratz color palette. It was very much like browns, purples, pinks and gold. As you would know, the Bratz colors are kind of like what's on here. I feel like the pinks and purples mixed together, where if you say look at Barbie, that's just pink. Also, I found in my research that the Bratz dolls were typically inspired by everyday clothing that teenagers were wearing at the time. Also, when you think of Bratz dolls, they've got like big pouty lips, heavy eye makeup with eyeliner, and I think they kind of, yeah, drew more inspiration from everyday teenagers at the time and created these amazing dolls. Okay, the first Bratz doll we're gonna unpack is Yasmin, and her style was very much more like bohemian, neutral colors, earthy tones, and she also wore a lot of like textured clothing. Next up is Chloe. Now, I had her in prep and she was my fave, and to be honest, I liked them all, but I remember getting Chloe as my Christmas present in prep and it was quite iconic. Chloe was a bit more out there, wearing a lot of animal prints and sparkly clothing. Next up is Jade. Her clothing was a bit more unique and trendy. Jade would take more like risks with her fashion and kind of go thrifting, which is what I love to do. She really used her style to express herself. That's what it says when I was Googling, and I feel like that's very correct. And lastly is Sasha. Sasha was well known for more of her street style aesthetic and would wear more like beanies and jeans and kind of do like a hip hop R&B aesthetic. I'm sure you've heard of their slogan, passion for fashion. And I feel like a big thing with each of the Bratz dolls is they're confident in each of their like looks and aesthetics. And I feel like we can all incorporate that into our everyday looks. And confidence is key. Sorry, I have to move. My legs are like killing sitting down on this floor and I've got to be comfortable if we're going to be talking for the next 2 hours. Hi, this isn't a good time. Overall Bratz clothing, I feel like today is very inspired and keeps coming back in kind of like a y2k aesthetic. Y2k is an aesthetic I really lean towards, and I've done a whole separate video on that, but I feel, did you just almost whack me with that? I'm not gonna look at him because then he'll want to play with me and I can't do that. Thank God he's gone. Bye. I'm gonna list off a bunch of different y2k Bratz sort of style clothing. I'm gonna do a deep dive in each of them. First one is tank tops and halter neck tops. I feel like this with like a little mini skirt is very popular, very on brand for the Bratz dolls. Got a bunch of different mini skirts. This could be like a little tennis skirt, denim skirt with the thick belt. You know what I'm saying, right? Platform boots, I feel like black, brown or white, you can't go wrong. Also with the whole knee-high boots sort of situation, denim boots with like the platform are really popular, exactly like this. It says here that like the puffy sleeves were really big with the Bratz dolls, but I can't think of anyone wearing that. Little vests were really popular at that time as well, and I feel like this would have been definitely more Jade's style. Maybe even Yasmin. Well-known Bratz accessories. The first accessory is a shoulder bag. These can be all different types. A sparkly shoulder bag, a denim shoulder bag, a sort of a neutral earthy tone shoulder bag. Next up, a really big Bratz style accessory is what I think of definitely is some like sunglasses. Colourful lens, typically see-through, big shades that say I'm here. Another big one for Bratz dolls is hats, a statement hat. I typically think of like a fluffy bucket hat just because I feel like that's what is more suited, but also depending on what style and aesthetic the Bratz doll's wearing, if they're doing a streetwear, they do like a little cap, or cowgirl, a cowgirl hat. I love it. I feel like too, obviously I'm saying what it would look like for the Bratz doll, but if you wanted to kind of create a look inspired by one of them, you could pick bits out that you think matched best. A really big thing I forgot to mention at the start when we were kind of going through how the Bratz dolls dress, their outfits like typically, a big thing is layering. If you've noticed in the Bratz doll collections, like say the winter, they've got a lot of layers obviously, but in everything, like layers in accessories, outfits, they're dressed from head to toe. So I think keep that in mind if you want to do like a Bratz inspired look. And lastly, we have Bratz like belts. I think this is a really big part. Like when I picture a Bratz doll in my head, it's knee-high boots, a denim skirt with a thick belt, a little top and a fluffy bucket hat, or big hairdo with like the full makeup look. I feel like because Bratz dolls are either wearing like mini skirts or like wide leg jeans, a belt is a really good accessory to have. Moving on to now Bratz hair. Now that you've got some Bratz inspired accessories, I feel like the hairstyles are a really big part of this aesthetic. Now I did have clips in before, but I felt like they were uneven and I was getting stressed about it because I'm gonna have to watch this back, and if I'm talking for like the 2 hours and my hair clips are like this. Half up, half down is really popular in the Bratz world. Also kind of having like, if you've got bangs, like 2 little bits down and then the rest up. Also sort of like a side part Ari Bratz hairdo like this. Space buns are really big as well. Curly or crimped hair, and also plaits as well, whether that's your hair's half up and you've plaited like bits here. Also like coloured extensions and clip-ins, because a big thing for the Bratz dolls were their like well-known, bouncy, volumized, fun hair. Okay, I'm gonna list a bunch of different makeup brands now that I think are Bratz inspired. I do these for all my other aesthetic type videos. Maybe like 2 of them I didn't, but I like to run through brands that I think match the aesthetic and trend. Is Kylie Cosmetics. I feel like obviously Kylie Jenner is really well known for her big plumpy lips, and I feel like she's very on brand for the Bratz doll. Beverly Hills makeup. Too Faced makeup. Now the key is like the lip pumping gloss. That's very on brand for the Bratz dolls. We've also got Fenty. I love, where's my Heat lipstick? But I was wearing that earlier and I feel like the Bratz dolls would eat that up. Pixie makeup, NARS makeup, MAC Cosmetics, Morphe. I'm actually using the 635 eyeshadow palette. Like I'm using this purple on my eyes. Those are just some overall makeup brands I think you would be able to use to achieve this look. But honestly, you could use drugstore makeup. You could use whatever makeup suited you. Oh, also Peaches and Cream glitter if you wanted to do like a Bratz glitter moment. Okay, next up is the Bratz Spotify playlist. Now this is quite iconic. I love the song title. It's like Attitude, I Don't Care. And I feel like that's a big thing with the Bratz dolls. They were well known for like, I've got attitude but I'm confident and I'm slaying in my everyday outfits no matter what it is. And I think that's a really good thing to take away with the Bratz dolls. I've also got this playlist here, Bratz Vibes, and I feel like this is definitely a playlist you should have a listen to if you're wanting to really like embody one of the dolls and characters. We are now going to run through the different types of Bratz dolls collections throughout the years. We've got Bratz Pixie. This is super cute. It's kind of the look where people would wear a dress and then jeans underneath, you know, the early 2000s vibe. And obviously with the wings as well. Hi. Then we've got Bratz Back to School, which was like mini skirts, a white shirt, and then kind of like a gym outfit as well. Sorry, Alfie's still in here. Can you please leave? Please leave. Oh god. Next up was Bratz Cowgirls, and this was released in 2009. Think of a classic cowgirl outfit. Little yeehaw hat, mini skirt, cow print, leather. Bratz Tokyo, and this was released in 2004. It was called Bratz Tokyo Go Go. So I think it's kind of like on the go clothing, and it was very inspired by like bright, unique patterns kind of thrown together. Next collection was released in 2001 to celebrate the 20th anniversary. It was very much red and black themed with like belts, leather. Next up is Bratz Formal, and this was released in 2003. Think of like limos, elegant ball gowns. This was the theme that the Bratz were going for. I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the start. They also had Bratz Boys. So like you do Bratz Dolls and Bratz Boys. Bratz Treasures, I don't know when this was released. Next is Bratz Slumber Party, released in 2003. Hello. And think classic pillow fights, girls' night. Also in 2003, the second line of the Bratz Dolls minis were released, so a big moment in history. Next up was Bratz Winter Wonderland, and the first release was in 2003, and the second one was 2004. I love this look. If I was to go to the snow and dress really bougie, this was the aesthetic I would do, 100%. We also have Bratz Princess, and this was released in 2006. The Wildlife Bratz Safari, and this was released in 2004. But actually, I love this collection. I think this one might... I'm not playing with you. I think this... I'm so sorry. I think this one might be my favorite. Like, I love a safari moment. Lastly, we have Bratz Pretty and Punk. This was released in 2005. The reason why I love Bratz dolls is I feel like each different collection, as we just went through, and each doll is very unique and different. I really like trying different options with clothing, and I really like how they've done different collections and shown that Bratz dolls can be like wearing different styles and aesthetics. I just love a whole vibe of a Bratz doll. Here's a little lookbook of how you can dress sort of similar, pull bits from your wardrobe, go thrifting, find fun, unique items, and kind of see if you can put together a Bratz look. In my other videos, I really like to draw inspiration from celebrities and how they've kind of dressed in this aesthetic or trend. And one that really comes to mind is Sabrina Carpenter. I love her. I love her album. I really wanted to see her, but I didn't get Taylor Swift tickets. It's a touchy subject. I don't want to talk about it. I love her. I love her whole aesthetic and style, and I feel like she is giving very much like Bratz doll aesthetic, or even like Polly Pocket with the little knee-high booties, mini skirts, mini dresses. It's giving Bratz doll, and I'm here for it. Another celebrity that comes to mind is sort of Dua Lipa, but I feel like she doesn't really wear like the big knee-high boots that I've seen, but I feel like her overall style and aesthetic is giving fun, like a Bratz doll. And lastly, we've got Kylie Jenner. Now, you may have seen she's done a collab with Bratz doll. Here's what it looks like on the website. So she got her like well-known Met looks and like her everyday sort of style, I guess, designed in these Bratz dolls, and she's got like the Bratz doll and the mini collection. I watched the video where Stormi got like her own Bratz doll made of her, and I thought that was like the cutest thing ever. And I feel like Kylie Jenner is very well suited for the Bratz doll collab. Oh, hello, sir. Whoa. Get down. Down. As I mentioned at the start, a big thing with the Bratz doll brand and aesthetic is the spin-offs as well. So they had a lot of TV shows. I'm going to list a couple of them now because I feel like I need to mention them so we get the whole picture. I want my like top to be showing like this the whole time. I feel like it's not. Sorry, I'm like got really bad posture because I'm sitting on the floor like a primary school student, so my legs are in a lot of pain, I'm not gonna lie. The movie that they had was the Bratz BFF Forever movie. Bratz Fashion Pixie, released in 2007. And lastly, the Bratz Go to Paris movie in 2003. Okay, next we are going to move on to Bratz inspired home decor. I love this topic. I think it's so fun. And I try to, with these videos, incorporate everything you can kind of think of. A big one for me, I feel like, would be a neon sign saying Bratz with like the halo and kind of exactly how the logo would look. Next up would be Bratz inspired wall prints or like drawn art of the Bratz dolls. I think that would be really cool if you're like living in a girly fun apartment or something. Having like some cool wall prints and wall art Bratz inspired would be amazing. A big thing with the franchise of the Bratz dolls was obviously to release Bratz inspired everything. And one that comes to mind is like the Bratz dolls pillows that look like this. I really wanted one, but I also think fluffy pillows, if you're trying to do like a Bratz inspired aesthetic room, some fluffy pink pillows or purple. I feel like animal print kind of has to be thrown into there a little bit. Curtain drapes around the bed, I feel like this is just so early 2000s and very Bratz inspired. I've seen this video on TikTok of someone finding their old Bratz flip phone, and I would love to have that as a decor moment. I think that would just be iconic. Can you tell we're kind of going on a fluffy theme because next up is a fluffy lamp. Beaded curtains. I definitely mentioned this in my y2k aesthetic video, and I feel like they're just fun to have. Like, why not? Lastly, to finish off this video, we are going to jump into where to buy Bratz inspired clothing, accessories and decor. So let's get right into it. I've done a really big deep dive, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, that is it for my ultimate guide on the Bratz aesthetic. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really love doing deep dives into different aesthetics and trends, and if you're new to my channel, definitely check out my other videos because I think they're so much fun to create, one, and hopefully they're entertaining to watch. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye!